Hey everybody, this is Breeze. Um, this is going to be my entry into the "It Does Get Better" campaign. Despite the fact that it might be over with, it is actually February 2011, and I think this campaign is over with. But I still wanted to say something about it. Um, and this is about my fourth or fifth take of trying to do this because I'm trying to improv this out the top of my head. So just bear with me if I sound kind of like that, pausing and have no idea what I want to say. Um, I was talking about this with a friend of mine about "It Does Get Better," and I guess I just questioned the idea of like, does it really get better, or is this something that we actually want to, I don't know, promote? Um, and one aspect, I think we should. I think we should tell teenagers, like, you know what, you're a teenager, and though the world seems like, I know what, at least when I was a teenager, when I was 15 or 16, my world was in high school, and I didn't think anything else existed outside of high school. Like the people who were fucking with me, and when I was 15 to 16, they were always going to exist. They were always going to fuck with me, and I would never get out of it. And so there should be a campaign of going like, dude, once you graduate, seriously, you never have to see them fools ever again in life. Like, ever. I can tell you, honestly, dude, I am 39 years old. I have not seen those fools since I graduated. You never have to see them ever again. So, if that alone should give you some inspiration to keep going, because you never once you graduate, it's a done deal. So just get through the next couple of years. Suck it up. Be a man. Suck it up. Or a woman. But suck it up. And you'll never have to see him again. But you should realize that there's always going to be some queen on a rag that'll fuck with you. There's always going to be somebody around to call you a faggot or a dyke or a nigga or whatever it is. It's always going to be somebody that'll fuck with you. So you have to have the wherewithal to get through it. You have to understand that everybody has a purpose, and you have a purpose. And I get the idea. I just keep going back to when I was a teenager, and I remember when I was a teenager. Um, my parents divorced really really early, and my father went on to remarry, and he remarried this woman and then divorced her, which is another Oprah show. But I remember I was going through just so much turmoil when I was a teenager. It was so much stuff going on. Like my brother was going through his drama. My mom was going through some physical issues. I was going through my mental crap and trying to figure out if I like dudes or not. And it was just very traumatic. And I remember one time I was talking to my stepmom, who had since divorced my dad. So I haven't spoken to this woman since I was 5 or something. But for some strange twist of fate, I wound up talking to her, and I was always under the impression that she didn't like me, and I told her that. And I was about 15 or 16, 15 or 16, and I remember she saying that, why would you think that? I love you. And I remember when she said, I love you, and I remember a little tear almost curled up in the corner of my eye because it was like I haven't heard that in such a long time. And I remember when I was 15 or 16, like, that's all I ever wanted. I just wanted someone to say that they loved me. And I think it's something that as a teenager you need to hear sometime. You know, I think a lot of people don't believe that teenagers care to hear about that stuff, and maybe it's kind of, I don't know, airy fairy, or of course all teenagers, of course all parents say that. Like I've always believed that my mom loved me. I've always believed that my father loved me. But as for actually saying it, I don't think that they really. I think they thought that I was strong enough to sort of go through life without ever having to hear it. And the truth of the matter is, like, I kind of dig it when people tell me that they love me. And so it gives you a sort of strength and a peace of mind that I think helps you. And particularly if you're a teenager who is going through the sexual gymnastics. If you're trying to figure out what you like and who you are, you need to know that it's okay. And you need to know that you're not going to hell. Or if you are going to hell, it's going to be some stuff that's so much worse than sucking dick because there's so much other stuff to do. But I want to tell you, Mr. Teenager, Mrs. Teenager, if anybody never told you before, honestly, I love you. Stick around. There's so much more game to play. These people that are fucking with you, you're not going to see them again. And you've got so much other stuff to do. And there's going to be some good stuff coming up, and it's going to be some bad stuff coming up. I can't tell you that it gets better, but I can tell you that you will. So stick around. And hopefully, once you get old enough, totally get your beer. So there you go. That's my spiel. Be good, be safe, drop me an email, and hopefully I'll see you soon.